I done seen this video get recommended to me 1,000 times. All right, what we're not gonna do is have that ad play in my background, cause you know y'all making too much money for that, and I'm not. So we're gonna run the intro, and then we're gonna view this video. I know y'all like that intro. You can't get over that intro.
Do y'all remember the Kind Speed Show? One of the biggest collab channels in streaming history, featured on the then growing site Rumble, that everybody and they mama thought was gonna give Twitch a run for its money. Yeah, that didn't happen, and yeah, that show quietly died. And nobody really noticed. Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed had their own show, the Kind Speed Show. And for a moment, everybody thought it was gonna take over, which it kinda did, but now it's gone. No finale, no goodbye, just silence. So what happened? Let's break it down. How this wild collab ended before it ever really hit its full potential. At first, when Kai and Speed announced the joint show on Rumble, the internet lost its mind. Two of the biggest streamers in the world teaming up. It was labeled a historic moment by Rumble's CEO.
Okay, because I want to say, I remember seeing like...
In May 2023, Kai and Speed signed an exclusive deal with Rumble. This wasn't just two friends going live, it was a major content partnership. Kai brought the Kai Mafia, and Speed brought his growing international fan base, and they did it on a third-party platform nobody saw coming. Why Rumble though? Because Rumble gave them full creative control. No Twitch bans, no YouTube restrictions, just chaos. Expectations were crazy. An official trailer teased crazy scenarios. They even said they'd do up to 3 live shows a month.
No man, I'm getting out. Professional football player. Professional footballer? Man United. Striker. Bro, get off Ronaldo's. You IShowSpeed from Ohio. The only thing that you striking is Messi hitting your mom. All right, so we starting the show. What the we doing?
Like, look, this is, I can't cap. This shit look lit, but I don't know what happened. Is this an episode of setting the bar too high for expectations? But I feel like they both got too much stuff going on at the same time for them to have commit to this.
Damn it, bro! What the fucking ready? Bro, anybody gonna watch this? Yeah, you right. You born as fuck anyways, bro. Bro, you from Ohio. And bitch, you from the Bronx. Bro, fuck you. What the fuck?
At the time, both were going crazy. Kai had just finished a record-breaking subathon and won Streamer of the Year. Speed was pulling insane numbers with viral stunts and football and all that. They were at their peak, and still is by the way. In episode 1, 100,000 peak live viewers on Rumble. That's huge for a platform most people weren't even using yet. The VOD cleared about like 23 million views. Rumble was talking about that this kind of moment was impossible a year ago, 2022.
Oh my
For a second, it looked like the Kind Speed Show was going to be a huge success. But as we know, that future is short-lived. The Kind Speed Show continued through 2023 with a series of episodes, each seemingly trying to outdo the last. In the early installments, Kai and Speed traveled and took on wild challenges. For episode 2, they streamed overnight in the most haunted place in America. That attracted over 300k peak viewers, the highest live audience of the series. Episode 3 saw them visit Disneyland in Japan, which became the most watched episode by total hours viewed. Other episodes included a live stream from the UK, a chaotic talent show, a dating-themed episode, and more.
I look like
As the
Ash
show
out.
started, it didn't take long for the momentum to fall apart. They promised multiple episodes a month, but in reality, we barely got one a month, if that. The schedule was all over the place. Sometimes they dropped back-to-back episodes with 2 days in between, then out of nowhere, 3-month gaps, no announcement, no heads up, just radio silence. In that
Dang. Is that how y'all feel? I be dropping out of nowhere. Back to back, then disappeared, then back to... Oh, let me get that right for y'all, man.
Consistency killed the hype. Fans didn't know when to tune in, and when they finally did drop something, it started to feel mid. Yeah, I said it's mid, bro. Let's look at some of the later episodes. It's like, this is stuff that you can find off of like YouTube or Twitch. It's like, why not stream on Twitch? I get it, they had a contract, but it's just like, come on, bro. Compare the trailer and then the other episodes, the later episodes. Just do that. Compare and then compare. Just see how crazy it is. Like, no, granted, the first few episodes had wild setups, haunted houses, Disneyland, Japan, Tiana Trump in the woods.
With the glitz?
But later episodes, it just got lazy. Episode 9 was just a recycled talent show in Miami. Episode 10 tried to switch it up with a power slap in Vegas, but the buzz wasn't there. I guess the trailer hyped up the idea that every episode would be better and better, but that bar never got raised again. After episode 5, fans noticed, and the numbers reflected it. Early episodes were pulling hundreds of thousands live, but by episode 9, they barely cracked to 33K. And that's still good, but not what it was before. As the live audience shrank, the Kind Speed channels standing on Rumble's platform also slipped. During the show's early phase, the Kind Speed channel routinely ranked them on the top 3 on Rumble by peak viewership, only behind streamers like Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate was pulling like that?
GOP News channel. By the first half of 2020.
Is that Sneeko? Whoa, I did not know Rumble was
24. The Kind Speed show had dropped to 6th place on Rumble, overtaken by other streamers. And because of that, fewer streams, fewer viewers, and less buzz. Still, no one expected the show to outright disappear without an official finale. Yet, that's essentially what happened. The last episode aired on March 27th, 2024.
That was the
sleepover special at Kai's house, and nothing after that.
Where's the condos, man? All right, chat, bro. W stream. Said I love y'all, man. Next stream we're gonna actually do Outlast because we owe y'all, so we actually gotta do Outlast and shit.
And we never heard from them again. So why did the Kind Speed show stop? The most straightforward answer is that the exclusive contract with Rumble expired. According to reports, Kind Speed's deal with Rumble ran from May 2023 until March 2024, after which the contract ended. Neither Kai, Speed, nor Rumble put out an official statement saying the show was canceled, but the lack of any episodes for over a year speaks for itself. Fans picked up on the likely explanation, so somebody on Reddit asked like what happened, why'd they cancel the show or whatever, what's going on, and then one user responded, Rumble's contract most likely ended, so they're free to do it on their own channels. Another said that Kind Speed finessed the hell out of Rumble, implying that Kind Speed took a lucrative deal, delivered the bare contract minimum, and then skedaddled with the money, which is a crazy finesse, but W scam, I guess. It's important to note that the end of the show did not signal any personal falling out between Kai and Speed. The two remained friends and continued to collaborate here and there, but the Kai and Speed show was essentially a variety / IRL stunt show, a fun side project, I guess, but I don't think they really mesh well together, to be honest. I know that's a hot take, but hear me out, okay? Kai and Speed individually have been honing different niches. Kai's content often revolves around interacting with other rappers, celebrities, or doing skits on Twitch or whatever, while Speed's content leans into IRL stuff as well, and sports fandom, mostly sports. Think Ronaldo,
the Ronaldo
racing,
and like
that. They've matured into slightly different lanes. Rumble's format didn't fully showcase their strengths as much as their solo content does. I mean, if you look at the later episodes, you can tell that the energy on stream was just a bit forced compared to the more spontaneous, unscripted collabs that they had in the future or in the past before this whole Kind Speed Rumble shit. But you gotta remember what 2023 was. It was the wild west of streaming platforms. Twitch pissed off a lot of creators with the contract changes and random bans, so everybody started jumping ship. Streamers who was loyal to Twitch for the longest, off the top of my head, Aiden Ross, Bruce Drop 'em Off, Your Rage, all of them left Twitch in 2023 or 2024 around there. Kick offered them some crazy contracts, $100 million, like nothing, like candy. Here you go, boy. Here you go. You take that. Rumble tried to pivot from politics into mainstream entertainment by signing streamers. Everybody was getting paid, even if the platforms weren't really built yet. Or if you look at Rumble, it just looks like a piece of shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kai Cenat was right in the middle of all this. He openly debated where to go. Kick, Rumble, YouTube, or stay loyal to Twitch. He was tactical with it. Instead of fully jumping ship, he did the smart thing. Grabbed the bag from Rumble for a side project while keeping his main empire on Twitch. Again, W finesse, W scam.
Everybody, okay, first of all, let me go ahead and say something real quick. I had to move very tactical on this platform. I feel like niggas is ready to get the fuck out of here. But it's all love. You feel what I'm saying? Chat, first of all, the streaming, the normal stream that me and you do, it's always gonna be on here, so that doesn't change. That's why that was a big reason for me going my route. You feel me? A lot of niggas wanted me to be 100% exclusive on platforms and shit. And Chay, I know I'm not the type of person. When it comes to shit like this. I would never. I won't do what I don't think is right.
Yo, I'm glad Kai learned how to talk, bro.
Cause
I can't lie, Kai used to yap,
what
bro.
I want to do and what makes me feel comfortable, I won't do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me. I won't do it. I done discussed like with a whole bunch of people, shout out to all the other platforms and shit like that. You feel me? I fought with y'all and shit. But you know, it just wasn't the right move for certain things in my career.
Meanwhile, Speed was already banned from Twitch and didn't care. He just went wherever the
I be forgetting that, bro.
The Kind Speed Show was born in that storm. It was a product of the 2023 platform war. It was also a flex move by Rumble to prove that they could get A-list streamers. But like most of the platform deals, it was hype first, no longevity. What do y'all think? Did Kind Speed scam Rumble and the fans as well? Because it looks like more budget was put into the trailer than the actual episodes. But it did produce 12.
India Love used to talk to Soulja Boy and Drake. I thought this was Kevin Gates for a second. And the game? And Duke Dennis? No, let me stop. Hey, man. Okay. This is interesting. And why they got Kyle eyes looking freaky in this? Hey, man. All right, cool.